Alright, welcome back. This is the last section of the podcast 38. We still have Cheshire, Katico Jones, Lofi Dragon, and of course your host TSTI. We are now playing Zone of Enders, which is my favorite mech game of all time.
With TSTI on sticks?
Yes, I'm on the sticks. I'm learning everything again.
The CPU is a learning.
I don't know what was going on there, but I was having a little trouble looking. So yeah, this is a Jehudi orbital frame, what I also like to refer to breast as. These are enemies, and
he's totally fighting them, totally zipping around. Oh my god, they're level 1.
We have shot down the enemy.
Repair.
I forgot how you. I think you have to.
Colony damage increasing due to data.
So this is the HD re-release for the first son of the
You must be a bit behind. Looks the thing.
We have
Oh
shot
no.
down the enemy.
Guess not.
Yeah.
Your armor is weak.
Just hit.
So much dash.
We have shot
Need
down
another
the
one more
enemy.
dash.
I have detected a Type C orbital frame in front of our position. It is different from the ones we have
Why that
previously
robot got
experienced.
boobies?
Please be careful.
And it did. What's
Oh,
good?
it's got booties.
All the Jehudis have the little penis rock coming out of the front of them.
Wow.
Well, they bet.
She has something coming out her ass too.
Is this
Got something going in a minute. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
So much zipping and flying and fighting.
So is the completely untrained kid who's piloting this just, he just knows
Yeah.
how to do
Dude.
things?
All you gotta do is hit right trigger while moving to dash.
Damn.
Anyone can orbital frame.
Evacuate now.
Yeah,
What?
evacuate,
Are you
bitch. You
crazy?
can't take me.
It's just a kid. I can take care of him even without weapons.
Well, you weren't doing too good about it.
Evacuate
But anyway,
now.
um,
You have other things to do.
the reason I like this game is because
You embarrassed me
I
this time,
want
so
the way I
look
see
forward
mechs
to the
is they
next
either
time.
have to be really fast
See you again,
or they're
boy.
not able to actually be useful in battle.
Yeah.
The target
because
has disappeared. I
for
have
me,
detected no
it's
sign of vital activity.
No matter what type of armor, just like with guns, no matter what type of bulletproof vest you might come out with, they immediately come out with ammo that can cut through it. So when I see things like Mech Warrior, and it's these big, clunky, walking tanks, I'm like, the moment they started producing those things, someone would make a fucking rocket that just break that shit in half. It has to be able to dodge, it has to be able to move, it has to be able to basically be hard to hit. Because something moving as slow as those
No need for
Mech
that.
Warrior
You
mechs,
know what happened.
just they would like a normal tank set up outside that it doesn't know is aiming at it could take that thing down. And that's it, you can't waste money and resources on building one of these things if it can be taken down so easily. In my opinion, in a fictitious world in which we have these huge, awesome things with penis shafts and orbital frames.
Now, I like both kinds of mechs, but I have a special fondness for the Mech Warrior ones.
Your
And a lot of it
has
comes
reached a
down
level
to
of -8.
what
Your
I
combat
think
operation
is closer
will
to
suffer
reality,
substantially at this
like
level.
something that I could
advise
see
you
us
to take
actually
some
making
medication to
soon.
stabilize your condition.
Because the steps it would take to
I
get to
repeat,
this
your
point, I
mental
feel like it's so
condition is
far
declining.
off, and it's cool in a sci-fi way, and like mechs, the stuff we have now is really simple, like basically the loader from Aliens. But I think of mechs just like more mobile tanks. Like by this,
do you read me?
yeah, you can. There'll always be a weapon that can take down other stuff. I mean,
Listen to me, boy.
there's always a bomb that you can drop. You can have a jet fly over and blow up the whole barracks of everything, or an airfield or whatever. It's just about having a specific type of unit that's suited to a type of combat. And with Mech Warrior, it's like they exactly replace pretty much the role of a normal tank. With this is more like fighter jets that can come down to the ground. So it's definitely a better type of unit.
What?
And if they both existed in the same battlefield, yeah, these would be tearing the shit out of the Mech Warrior mechs. But I think they have their place, and can make sense.
I don't feel that these are more far off. I think it's a design choice. Because like a walking tank, it's basically just going for the opposite direction of this. You can't try to make both. You have to make one or the other. The fact that, like you said, it's a tank. And that's why I like the design of this specific mech, because it doesn't have feet. It has like the two spikes that basically, if it's on the ground, it's more like skating or scraping than it is actually walking. It completely comes down to the boosters. And that's the part that I think makes it...
You fought well.
They could create this before they could create the other thing.
And I completely disagree, because I've never seen anything this big that it's like, you can, the best thing you can have that moves anywhere close to how these move is like those little drone helicopters that the military's made, or like the remote control ones you can buy. Having anything substantial that has weaponry on it, it's either going to be a slow flying thing that can change direction, or it's going to be like our drone jets that have to fly like planes. But to have something that can move back and forth and turn around, once we have that kind of thruster capability, yeah. But these are essentially giant Iron Man suits.
You say I can,
and we've seen robots that are at least person size, a little bigger, that can walk. That already exists. But we don't have anything that can stabilize something like this, and not even close.
I'm just not so certain about that. Just because we have jets that can turn their engines downward and hover. We have, like, if it's built around just hovering, and then you switching the boosters, like which angle it's boosting, that doesn't seem far off to me.
But we don't have stuff that does that. We have stuff that can slow down and hover, and then it can speed back up and fly away. But we don't. That's not what these are doing. These are like zipping to the left, and zipping to the right, and zipping to like. If you actually like you could make a thruster that is that powerful. Put it on a Harrier, and if you fired it, that Harrier would just do like a barrel roll and like slam into the ground. That to have that much force without the time it takes to accelerate safely up to that speed, that's the only issue with it. That there would have to be some sort of crazy stabilization going on that I think is absolutely possible. I just see it as something further off, especially when you're talking about things as big as this.
The mission is to transport this Jehuti to Mars.
Just because we do have things that can slow down and hover, but we have things that have the movable jets that basically, like, I do think that shooting off to the side like this and like this may be hard to stabilize inside the cockpit, but I think that it's not impossible to do so.
It's not impossible.
And I think it's possible now if we were moving in this direction, but we're not.
I feel like if we were, we would have it on jets though, because why wouldn't you, if it was possible, have a jet that could, you know, incoming missile, just shoot to the side and avoid it, stuff like that. Everything we have now with any sort of thrust, it's sort of like an arc of acceleration. It's still really fast, it can get up there quickly, but it's the changing of directions, and that's the thing we don't have yet. At least at this sort of speed.
I think that but I don't, the speed I think would be enough. If you think of it kind of like the Iron Man suit, where it's at this thing, like if you were controlling it as a human, you wouldn't necessarily be making this abrupt of a turn. But being able to stabilize yourself out would be just as easy as it would be with a jet, especially if the production of one of these things was built off of, which I like, is the human figure. The human figure being able to move, you wouldn't be going like this really that much as you would in the first ones. You'd be basically flying and turn it. And you may still be going in that direction, but you have time to be like, and then go back the other way. They wouldn't just be go and go that
Well, yeah,
back.
but that's way slower than like what this is. Like, I think that it's something we can get, but it's until I see anything approximating an Iron Man suit or a jet that can't do that and just switch direction that quickly. I really think it's just an issue of stabilization, and I think that when we do get to stuff like this, because I think it will happen eventually if we don't blow ourselves up before then, a lot of this stuff is going to be computer controlled. You will be telling it, I want to zip to the side, and the computer's going to say, okay, I'm going to need to fire alternate thrusters that start weak and get stronger as he comes to a stop, so that it doesn't just tip over.
Yeah, the human reaction would be
Yeah.
they have to be computer controlled.
But
As they say on the you know, most of the high-tech fighter, it'd be fly by wire. You know what I mean? Where the computer takes over certain aspects of it.
And I think that really the main reason, because I think we have stuff that can handle that. Like, you have self-stabilizing, like gyroscopic flight things that are small right now, and that's, since we can do it small, we're going to be able to make it bigger eventually. I think the only issue with getting it up to
This is the
speed
end of the training session.
is fuel. Because if you're zipping around even half this speed, you're basically going to need rocket fuel or some sort of
The module
fusion
we have
technology
obtained
we don't
allows
have
us to
yet. And
select
it's
the
once we
command
have that
menu
type
by
of
pressing
energy,
the start button.
I
You
think
can
it's
save
something
the
very possible. A lot of it too. So I love Mech Warrior 2. It's one of my favorite games. I bought a joystick just for it. Now, what's interesting is that Hawken game is basically like a super fast Mech Warrior where they can jump, but they're not as agile as these.
We have shot down the enemy.
I've never played this, but this game always looked interesting to me because it seemed like the next logical evolution of the Virtual On series, where those could jump, but they were not this mobile.
We need the passcode.
What's going on? I can't get access.
I can see that. It appears the enemy has locked it. We will hold battle position.
Beat up that Electro board.
We have shot down the enemy. We have obtained the passcode. We will cease battle position. We will hold battle position.
It count.
Colony damage increasing due to battle.
Now, do you level these things up?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have shot down the enemy.
I asked the guy at GameStop about this. It was like, you know, I've never played it, wondering about getting it. He's like, well, have you played Dynasty Warriors? What?
We have shot down the enemy.
It seemed like a really, especially from what I've seen before and seeing you play it now, that seems like the weirdest possible game. Like, I get that you're fighting a bunch of units and they're different levels and stuff, but this looks way more interesting than Dynasty.
It allows us to move to other areas by choosing area change from the
And
command
there's
menu.
Jupiter. Although I'm wondering now if I wasn't looking at the second runner when I saw stuff, because I don't recognize this environment.
Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
I'm also wondering what it's going to look like when I play it not knowing anything. 'Cause it looks like you're zipping around, and to my eyes, it's like, why does it just hit him? But if you were to just go straight at him and hit him, you get torn up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's,
It says 0 squats.
yeah. I think that's it. I must be missing something.
Just get your Djibouti doves
this area?
over there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I gotta... Oh, there's a very blurry nature to this that I don't remember from playing it before.
They may have added motion blur as part of the HD thing. And it could also be the settings on the TV.
Residential block S02? That's where I live.
We are entering residential block S02.
Father, you are alive, aren't you?
I can hear you from here.
Yeah, really. Is his father logged in? Listening on the BattleNet?
Oh, shit.
It's Shadowflame.
Father,
I detect no human
And your
activity.
fascia.
you mean everyone's dead?
Yes, I'm
That
Dutch.
is a
It's weird.
possibility, but it is more natural to assume the residents were previously evacuated.
We're keeping it current with the host.
I detect virus
Yeah.
activity.
Gold
I will
member.
zoom up on subject.
Selvice!
Do you know this person?
So
Yes.
Do you know this meatbag?
Who is this broad that you seek?
Yo, she all like pink and purple.
The green eye.
Oh shit! Like to go on it.
Selvice! That is you! Isn't it
Selvice?
Are you on
Yeah.
Pike Selvice?
So
Is that a... I hesitate to say things like, is that a real name? Because what is a
What are
real
you
name?
doing here?
They're all made up,
You must
technically.
evacuate to
But
the shelter
Selvice...
immediately!
I'm gonna call her
still be
Chubby.
in the church. So, you're going to the church? That's impossible!
It's impossible.
It's possible to get to the church.
What? Are you crazy? There'll be no one there anyway.
A girl dressed all in pink? Going to church?
You're the runner of Bravo?
It's a
It's not
Metroid.
a kid's toy. Get out of there now.
I'm not a kid.
Yeah, well,
Proof that you
I
still
can
are
hear
a
your
kid.
voice. I can hear your balls not dropping.
I thought a woman would be
God, they all got peckers. What's the...
right.
told you, and they all got the Jehudis, man.
Okay, so now we're going up against Tim and Pest, who's doing a really slow dance while blasting. Now to shoot flame juice. Is the kid just making little noises?
No, I think that's the enemy.
Oh.
I was easy on you because you're a kid. Not anymore.
Oh no.
Now I'm gonna show you the ultimate forehead of destiny. It's got all sorts of circuits and five
You were just a kid.
Damage increasing due to battle.
Man, this looks so familiar like the other one. Almost started the same way.
What, second runner?
Yeah. See, I only played one of them. And I think the controls on it had me weirded out. I don't know if I didn't know exactly what I was doing, and that's why I didn't take the time.
See, I got into a weird thing with PS2 games where there were just a few that I cared about. Because I got a PS2, I think I got a GameCube first, because I sold my Dreamcast, which was stupid. There's so many good games. Then a GameCube, and then someone got me a PS2, and I just had a couple of the big ones, like Metal Gear Solid,
Yeah, I had those.
Grand Theft Auto 3, and Final Fantasy X, and for whatever reason, I think it may have been because I didn't get a PS2 until after Metal Gear Solid was out. I just kind of didn't know and or care about this. The only thing I knew about it was that it had the demo for Metal Gear Solid.
Maybe that's why I had it. Because I was telling Will I couldn't figure out where I played it. And maybe the demo was on the original Metal Gear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the demo for Metal Gear Solid 2 was on the first Zone of Enders, which is kind of a neat throwback that on this HD collection you got the demo for Metal Gear Rising, which I'm awesome at and never lose.
We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone.
I'm gonna hump the bejeebers out of this bridge, bro. Yeah, it's tripping me out. I thought I was hearing things for a second.
Yeah, it's him. He's in the neck yelling.
This is one of those things that it's sci-fi when you have ships or mechs, whatever. I think it's a little bit more for our benefit because most of the time in real life, any sort of flying vehicle or any vehicle in reality, if you're using it in combat and it gets hit, there's no oh god,
Yeah.
you almost got, it's like, no, you're either still driving and alive or you're on fire. Or just dead.
Yeah, there is no middle ground here.
Stay on target.
Stay on target. Luke, you turned off the targeting computer.
Porkins. I'm mad they called that dude Porkins. So I was just thinking,
it's pretty bad.
I was watching Empire Strikes Back recently, and it's just thinking, Porkins.
Porkins.
Did this guy know he was auditioning for the role of Porkins?
What's up with the groin shot?
Yeah, it looks like the aimer forces you there. Is it like his cockpit recedes into the groin? It's the safe zone.
Take these to your nuts.
Yeah, see then he just comes out the top like a
Nice.
box.
You work that ass over there. TSTI. Put the crush on.
Yeah. It's you know, it's dated. It's dated. I feel it more as I'm going through it, but
its main generator
I know that some of the later parts in the game are going to be really, really fun to play through again. Because
is this the same?
I am releasing the lock on.
This level looks real familiar to me. I don't know why.
I don't know. They do change it up. Like you do go to non-city areas and stuff, but the game was pretty short.
Now I'm saying this specifically is looking like what happened
you may play this. I mean, 2 is definitely a lot more open than this one was.
Shut up!
I feel like 2 looked better from what I saw.
What's the point of attacking those
Like they went more with a cell shaded art style for it, which fitted better. Especially being that they, you know, obviously the whole anime angle and all that shit. Like it definitely fit more with the style. But yeah, I mean.
Successful completion of 4 mini podcast videos. Defeat of a thing in space.
And I don't know.
I detect several mass-produced orbital frames behind us. They are in the vicinity of the church.
The church? That's impossible!
Enemy with a reinforced program. Be careful.
They are reinforced.
Oh shit, the church sucks. Ceviche.
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 Shut up, bitch.
Take these lasers.
Were you just a church? I'm gonna shoot.
Take these lasers.
There it is. I'm glad I didn't stop recording.
Here to play the piano of our love.
Come climb into my head.
So this way, quickly.
Get your ass to the bottom of the thing.
Get up in here, girl. Pull that skirt up.
Oh God.
They are a church.
But anyway.
So yeah, look at it. Yeah, on his lap. Yeah, Kate. What? Explain.
Explain it.
She's gonna sit there, she's gonna feel something poke her, and then we'll see what happens in the next episode.
There it is, see?
Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle. We will hold battle position.
They don't deserve your better weapons.
Repel.
Enemy backup force is approaching our location. We are heading for the outer area of the battle.
Trying to power up on them just now.
Yeah.
With that energy ball. With your,
surroundings increasing due to battle.
what was Goku's, joint? Spirit ball, yeah.
I gotta say, I really like when you're zipping around and targeting them, how the camera doesn't stay level with the ground. Like those different angles really make it seem crazier. But you can't go completely upside down. Yeah.
Shot down the enemy.
Pass.
We have obtained
Pass.
the passcode.
You have obtained the passcode. That's a spirit bomb. I told you, kid. See? The spirit bomb before there was spirit bomb.
Increasing due to battle. We will hold battle position.
You just destroyed the whole apartment
We have
complex.
shot down the enemy.
Everyone's
We will
dead.
cease battle
You're a
position.
mass murderer.
Yeah.
We have obtained the program.
We got it.
We have obtained
You just pick up the drop
damage increasing
for the javelin.
I'm just trying to remember.
for the outer area of the battle zone. It is a waste of time. We should get going. We will hold.
It is a
battle
waste of
position.
time.
Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle. We have shot down the enemy. We will cease battle position.
It's a waste of time.
I don't care.
We will hold battle position.
And count. Beat up that rutabaga.
We are heading for the outer area of the battle
Mush.
zone.
Mush.
Enemy backup force is approaching
Nice.
our location. We will cease battle position.
There's only one more squads.
Colony damage increasing due to battle.
Where? Over there.
We will hold
Metatron.
battle position.
Yeah, kick him in his half skirt.
We have shot down the enemy.
We have chopped down
We have
there. You ain't done
obtained
nothing.
Metatron ore.
Alright.
We will
She's the
cease
mech.
battle position.
He's controlling the mech.
But he couldn't-
She's along for the ride.
He couldn't do anything without her.
She is warming his lap and giving him the strength to survive.
She's just the AI.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Good night. Good night. At least you get the blows.
Oh, come on, man. Kid just chilling.